Hi, welcome back to the Gando Tech Learning channel. Uh, we are going to continue the third part of the Kafka videos series. And in this part, we are going to continue our case study, which was in terms of the ordering system microservices architecture using Kafka. So, in the first basically video, we have done the scaffolding of the project to make the solution ready to use to implement the microservices. So we have a couple of projects, which is the fundamental part of the solution to be able to use them in several places within the microservices. Please bear with us. Please follow us in Facebook and Instagram. There are lots of news out there, cool news, exciting news, and any basically a stream of YouTube channel which is coming through. And also, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel to support us firstly and most important things, and then also get notification in case of any new videos uploaded in this channel. To get your head around, as part of these basically videos, we are creating ordering system architectures. There are five microservices in there, and as part of the architecture, we would have this architecture to just get your head around. So this architecture, as a business logic, has been discussed already and properly in our previous video. So just go there and watch that video to completely basically be clear about what we are going to do. So please bear with us to go to the second exciting part of the implementation. Um, yeah, right. As we said, in terms of the architecture, this is what basically you would be able to um, follow and see basically in terms of the implementation we are doing at the moment. And also, we have got the Zookeeper and Kafka server is up and running. Topics are in place. These are all the things which already has been done basically in the previous video. So let's basically continue working with our solution. So as you can see, our solution is already have three projects, three class libraries, which is app settings, fetching the data from app settings of each microservice in terms of the Kafka settings. Then we have the Kafka, which is going to basically, which is a service of using the publisher and subscriber method. Actually, the Kafka features and also the models, which are our Poco classes in terms of the orders and reports, which is basically the messages are flying around our architecture. And let's go back to the microservices. So the first piece of the puzzle in terms of the microservices is the ordering. So I'm going to create a console applications, which is call it service dot ordering. So this microservice is going to generate the orders for us. So we don't have, so as part of this project, as I explained in my previous video, we don't have uh, any UI or client end user or any other basically third parties which is sending the orders to our ordering service. So what we do, we just faking the orders in this ordering system and try to create them after each other and then push them to the submitted topic. So just keep it simple and just try to do such a thing. So what we need now, sorry, we need to create a JSON file which is app setting and to be able to drop our basically um, oops, to drop our uh, configurations there. And then in the program, we are putting our required information. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to put the uh, required app setting for the ordering service. So I think if you have watched the previous video, you are familiar with this structure. So we just introduce a generic structure for each microservices to make sure we are basically fetching the Kafka settings from the right place and with the right conventions. So as you can see, we have got the Kafka settings as a parent. In these Kafka settings, we could have the producer config or consumer, which is not available at the moment. And we have got the bootstrap servers, which is pointing to the broker URL. We would have the publisher or producer names because you could have multiple producers in your microservice as we have in the ordering system. So if I go back to this architecture, the ordering service is interacting with two other microservices. One is inventory service via the submitted orders topic, and one is reporting service, which is interacting via the reported orders topic. So that's why we would have two publishers because ordering service is publishing to two topics. Inventory services is consuming from the submitted topic and publishing to two topics, which is validated topic and reported service. The same for payment service. And the dispatch is only consuming from processed topic and then publishing to the reported topic. And at the end of the puzzle, we would have reporting services, which is only consumer. That's it. This is not publisher. So let's go back to the where is it to my implementation here. So ordering service is going to acting as a actually uh, publisher in here. So I'm gonna create my basically do something, which is basically a fake method. And what it does is just creating the basically just creating the orders by chance randomly and with fake values. That's it. So this is the only thing the ordering microservice is doing: creating an order, creating a report. That's it, as it should do. It should do. So in order to do that, we need to reference some of the projects. Uh, so we need these three projects. We just add them here. And so now we're gonna reference them. So that's it. Now all done. So we have the do ordering, which is just generating one order and one report for us and just return it back to the uh, basically main method to be able to push it or produce the message for the relevant topics. And as you can see, just a GUID for order ID, product ID is going to be random number, quantity a random number between 1 to 10, price is a random number between 1 to 100 and created on. The same for report, order is going to be that order which is being used. This report is generated for this order. The details is order has been submitted. The status is ordered submit, and the created on is now. So the second step is to basically publishing this information in our ordering system. That's it. So as you can see, let me just reference my projects and give them reference to have the project is uh, available everywhere, and simple as that. So Okay, the Kafka service. I'm not sure if I added that Kafka service here or not. Let's have a look again to the references. Okay, so it's already available. Oh, it's already there. So I'm trying to use the JSON file. Yeah, so we are going to add all these basically things accordingly as we require for to achieve that JSON file. We need to create a new NuGet package, which I'm going to add it in JSON, which is the Microsoft extension configuration .json. Don't worry about the errors. So now we would have the add JSON, and let's see why the Kafka service. Let's have a look here to see if the Kafka service is already working. Is variable. Okay. So now using domain dot Kafka. Nice one. And so the Kafka service is now working as expected. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just put, I think, task to make my project, my main method uh, capable with this await. Awesome. So as you can see now, the project seems to be ready for building. Okay, I'm going to explain what's going on here. So the first thing is, so I'm sure you know most of them. So as part of the configuration builder, so what we do, we just basically asking the configuration builder to go to the app settings.json, which is our file here, and build our basically configuration object to be able to use wherever we require that. And then as part of the app setting, as you remember, we had the get topic name, which was accepting the configuration, and also the key, which were saying, okay, go where and fetch the topic name from there. So if I go to the app settings and take it here, it would be much more sense now. So as you can see, the configuration is coming here, and it says, okay, go and get the topic name from the submitted. So if I go to the topic name, get topic name method, we would have the key prefix, which is the Kafka settings. This is the parent, the root. Go to the producer, and then get the key. Simple as that. So what it does, it says, okay, I'm gonna use this one, and I need basically this configuration for for this key, and the key could be submitted or reported. It could be any key which we injected from the key via the key in get topic name, and it just fetching the topic name from there. So as you can see, there is a children here, which is topic name. We can easily achieve it. Awesome. So let's close this one and go back to the program. So we would have actually two topic names, one for submitted, one for reported, and both of them are producer. Also, we need to prepare our Kafka service as a client library with this configuration which we already fetched from the app settings, and make the Kafka service ready to be used for us. And at the end, we are going to use a indefinite while, which is keep basically generating the orders and then push them through the Kafka topics via these two simple lines. So it's fairly basically simple and clear for you guys because you already have a um, um, knowledge about our basically Kafka service class. So as you can see, we are using the publish. This is our topic name, which is coming from here. And then this is the JSON data, which has been already serialized based on the report. So the report is coming from here. And also, after basically reporting to the reporting service, already we are going to basically publish an order into the stream. And then we are serializing the order and we are again publishing to this topic, which is the submitted topic with this data. And simple as that. So if we go to the publish and see the content, you will see the topic name, the data, and it will produce in this topic this message with this basically value. And simple as that. That's it. So as you can see, we will publishing to reported and the submitted. And as part of our architecture, the ordering service is publishing to the submit and also to the reported topic to inform the reporting service, oh, okay, we already published, we already submitted an order. Simple as that. So this is all things which is happening in the ordering service for us. So it's just faking the orders and just report them to the reporting service. So if, for example, you have in reality, you have orders coming from other places, you just need to implement this ordering. That's it. Simple as that. So it's going to be like, I don't know, calling an API, RESTful API, or any other basically SOAP services or anything from database. It's purely down to your architecture, basically design. But at the moment, it's just basically generating a fake things for us. That's it. Simple as that. Okay, cool. So the ordering is ready. Next is the second microservice which we are going to basically implement is the inventory. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create another console application and just call it service inventory and just create it. And again, the same thing, creating an app setting for my project and also in this case, as you know, we would have both producers and consumers. So, as part of the architecture, as you see, the inventory service is consuming and also publishing into the other topics. So we would have two producers, which is validated with this topic name and reported with this topic name, and also one consumer, which is uh, pointing to basically this group ID. So the group ID is submitted orders one, and the topic name is this one. Simple as that. So next, so let's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just closing everything, save it. Okay, cool. So now we are going through the inventory application to see how it works. So again, we would have another basically method which is running through the inventory process. So it's doing the inventory for us. Again, it's going to be a simple method which is receiving an order and then try to generate the report for it and also check the quantity to validate it. As if you remember, I just kept a simple business logic to say if the quantity is less than 6 means this is the validated order. Otherwise, it's going to be invalidated order. And we just through a report to say, okay, this is out of stock. Simple as that. And yeah, this is the only thing basically we are going to um, create for our basically orders. So uh, now let's okay. So the first thing I'm going to add the required references, which is again all those three things. So this is the reason I try to have them separated and use them here and just add my models and required things. So what it does is just creating a report for us, and then the order will remain the same because we just say, okay, if that order is validated, just dump it into the validated orders topic. That's it. There is no changes within the order. It's just a new report which is generated and sent to the reporting pipeline. And then in main, we would have again another um, publishers and subscriber in there. There are a bit more involved in this basic microservice because, as we said, the inventory and the payment service has got consumer and also two publishers. So that's why in here, alongside the publishing, we need to consume as well because we should have the data and then process it and then make a decision and then send or publish the required information in different places. Right, so app settings. I'm just going to add the relevant informations in there and the Kafka and the JSON serializer. Cool. So again, I need that lovely NuGet package to basically to have my JSON stuff as well. JSON, where are you? There you go. Install. Again, don't worry about the errors. Now we have everything in place. Awesome. So again, if I want to explain, the consume result and delivery result are coming out from the publish and subscribe methods from the Kafka stream to give us basically the hint what would be the result of the publisher or consumer. Did they basically do the job correctly or successfully or not? That's it. And also again assigning or basically the app settings JSON file and fetch the configurations from there and generating the configuration builders, creating the topic names uh, based on the topic names, and this time we have one validated topic name and one reported topic name because in here the inventory is fetching from the submitted and from the validated topic names. Also, yeah, these are the things which is basically are being used for us. Awesome. So bear with us to basically continue what would be involved in um, service inventory. Right. So again, basically, we are going to create an instance of Kafka service with this configuration to make the Kafka service ready to be used by the subscriber and the publisher. And as you can see, again, another indefinite loop, which is in this time is listening to the topic to basically fetch the data from the um, validated from the submitted orders topic and pick the relevant information. So if we go back to app setting, yes, the topic name is submitted orders. So it's going to basically fetch this information for us. And then basically if there is any information there and there is no error, then what it does is just deserializing the message value from the result, which is coming from here, and deserialize it to this object which is order to receive the order here, and then we send the order into the do inventory here to just analyze it and process it and see if this order is validated or not, which is just simple business logic to say if less than 5 validated, um, more than less than 6 validated, more than 6 is invalidated and out of stock, and just generate it and return it back to us as a basically report here, and if either is validated or not, and then we generate the report based on the report coming out from here and publish it to the reported topic JSON data. So it's exactly the same. I try to make it completely basically consistent within all these things. Right, and so in the last piece, as you can see, we are checking the either is validated or not, because we only interested to drop the message, the order into the validated topic when it's validated, it's verified, we have inside the warehouse or we have into the stock. So that's why if it's not validated, we don't need to push anything to or produce anything to the Kafka stream. We just report the invalidate one, the out of stock one. If we have validated one, then we would have two publishers, one to the valid to the reported and one to the validated topic name, and that's it. So this is the basically second microservices as part of this architecture. Let's have a build to make sure all is building. Awesome. So now we will go through the other basically required microservice, which is the payment. So this is another piece of the puzzle. We just go and basically create it for this architecture. Just go add new project, another console application, next, and payment. Awesome. So another app settings here, which is basically is app settings, and it's going uh, to fetch the required information for us. And let's have a look to the configuration. Again, the same Kafka settings, producers. We would have two producers, one in processed, which is processed orders. The other one is reported to the reported orders, and we are consuming from this topic, which is the validated orders, and the group ID is validated orders. So as you can see, yes, we are consuming from validated, we are producing to processed, and also the reported topics. Awesome. So this part is ready. Now go back to the program. Again, we would have another do something for ourselves, which is doing the job for us. So it's doing the payment process. Again, we need to add our references here and just reference to our relevant things, threads, and then bingo. That's it. So what we do is now what we're gonna do is basically uh, to see how basically these methods are working. Right. So in payment process, again we would have one flag which is saying, okay, is this processed or not? And we're generating the report, which is the new ID and is containing the order created on, and the business logic is order.price is more than 50 or not. Simple as that. Yes, so in the order, in this basically business logic, we are just checking the price. If the price is more than 50, that order is basically going to be payment failed, which means it's just a business logic. That's it. So to just have something to process or not process something, simple as that. So if the If the price is more than 50, we are saying, okay, the order has not been processed due to the failed payment, and the status will be payment failed. Otherwise, it's going to be say, okay, product has been processed, and a status would be payment processed. Simple as that. That's it. And we are just returning the process, either it's basically failed or not. And the next stage is implementing the main, which let's see basically what's involved. Again, so I'm just adding the references to make the project build. Simple as that. And then apps, and then Kafka stream, and then that's the job. Okay. Right. So again, I'm going to add this package, the required references. Um, I need my NuGet package, JSON. So the extension, and that's it. Kafka service, JSON serializer, make my method sync to be able to compatible with the synchronization, and that's it. So again, the same thing, fetching the topic names from the processed and reported as we expect from the payment service, processed, reported, and consuming from the validated one according to the app settings here. Oh, sorry, I need to get the payment configurations. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. We are fetching from the validated consumers. So that one is the service payment. Okay, preparing the Kafka service, and then another indefinite loop, which is listening to that topic, subscribing from there, and then fetching the order, deserialize it, generating the order, and sending the order to the payment process to basically analyze it and say, okay, that payment has been failed or processed. And finally, publishing the report. And also, if that process is succeed, then publish it to the processed topic name, because we are interested only on the orders which already paid, to push them into the process topic. That's it. So the payment one is already start building. Awesome. So we have the payment, ordering, inventory. So let's go create a next piece of the puzzles, which is dispatch, and create another project. It's going to be a console application, dispatch, and what I'm gonna do, uh, I'm gonna create one app settings and paste it here. So what dispatch has got is, as you know, is just one producer or publisher and one consumer. So it's fetching from the processed payments, processed orders, and then push it to the reporter to say, okay, this order has been dispatched. Simple as that. And as you can see, it's topping the processed orders. Group ID would be the same. Bootstrap server name, the same here, and the topic name is report orders, which is the destination. So now, again, what we're gonna do is generating do something for our project to say, okay, we are doing the do basically dispatch, which receiving the order and uh, prepare the report and just inform it to the reporting service. That order has been dispatched. That's it. Simple as that. Now threads. Hope. Okay, cool. So this one is again just generating the report and informing, okay, the order has been dispatched and mark it as a order dispatched. So also in terms of the main method, what we do, we just say, okay, uh, just by pushing the relevant information into the relevant topic. Simple as that. Kafka stream, JSON serializer, and then make our um, main method synchronize. Also adding that uh, lovely JSON format, JSON NuGet package for extension, configuration extension, and that's it. Okay, cool. Awesome. So it's this basically microservice is fairly simple because it's just fetching the data from the configuration and it just have one producer, which is the reported, and also preparing the Kafka service and start listening to the topic, which is a processed one, and fetch anything from there, which is orders, and then deserialize it as an order, and then generating the dispatch report, and then just publish it to the reported topic, and that's it. Simple as that. So let's go and generating a last piece of the puzzle, which is the reporting service. Another console application, service.reporting, and so app setting. So as you can see, the reporting service is just a consumer, nothing else. It's just a simple consumer and just consuming from the reported topic, reported orders. That's it. Simple as that. So let's have a look to see what's going on inside the program. So as part of this basically method, we just consuming the data. We're just consuming the data and just display it. Simple as that. So we are not doing anything extraordinary, just basically listening to the Kafka topic, the relevant Kafka topic, and if we see anything there, just pick it and display it. Simple as that. So again, I'm just going to add the relevant JSON files, relevant JSON package here, that one, yeah, and then install it. So that's it. Kafka service, reference it, Confluent.Kafka, JSON serializer, and the report. That's it. Awesome. So again, this one, as I said, listening to the subscriber, get the sub result, and then this time this subscriber is uh, having the basically report payload. So we are going to deserialize it to the report, generating the report, and just writing to the console, which is basically the report status, which is the most recent, most basically important ones. When it has been created, the report ID, the order ID, and the details of that basically report. And that's it. Bingo. So awesome. So up to now, we have already basically implemented all the microservices stuff here. Let's have a build to make sure everything is working. So now, in order to run this architecture whole in one go, we need to do a small tweak into the solution to just make, once we run the application, once we run the solution, it will run all the microservices in the same time to allow us to basically to work properly. So you just need to right click on the basically solution and just configure the application to have basically in basically in multiple startup projects. Right. So yeah, as I said, we are going to basically choose the multiple startup projects and then select all those which we need to start them and just put the start for all those microservices required to be started, and simple as that. So if you have any ordering in your applications, you just need to basically reorder them accordingly as you wish. So I'm just basically put them as we are doing the job, inventory, or ordering, go to dispatch, go to the end. That's it. So now our solution has been set up to run a multiple basically startup projects, and then I reordered as basically I need to be, and then just apply it. Okay, and let's have a go. So the first thing is we basically we have topics in place. We have all the basically our microservices are in place. We configured everything. So now let's have a look what's going on in our systems. So the first thing is in our program, every 1 second we are generating one order, push it to the pipeline, and also in payment side, every 10 seconds we are processing the payments. So just basically keep in your mind. So in order to basically having better overview, let's put this as a 10-second as well. And also let's put this one as a 1 second, or just put it as 1 milliseconds, the same as the other market services. So every 10 seconds we are generating an order. So let's have a go and see how they look like. Okay, so okay, so seems we have got some issues here. Let's have a look to the. Oh, okay, so the CTS is null. The CTS is null in my piece of code here. Okay, right. So it's what it's basically complaining about the CTS, which is null. So the only reason the CTS is null means the basically the it didn't enter into the consumer, which is basically doesn't make sense, and it definitely should have value for those who are basically acting as a consumers as well. So which means the app setting, the data is not coming correctly from the app settings, from these basic app settings JSON, which means it's basically there is an issue with the app settings file. So in terms of the path, so what we need to do, we need to consider basically to always copy the app settings inside the bin folder to basically make sure always we are accessing to the basically to the app settings files. So what we do, we go to all the copy to output directory properties inside the app settings and select them with copy always. And yes, so now let's stop the project, make sure okay they have got the property to copy always. Okay, cool. So let's have a go again and see how it goes. So that service basically reporting, and let's see if basically anything reporting to the Kafka. So once you run the application with multi threading things, um, we would have all these basically microservices start running in separate windows, and the first one is always going to be basically um, your first microservice. So seems something is wrong, and um, let's have a look to see why uh, the reporting service is not showing anything. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm trying to see if, okay, so it's coming here. I'm going to generate a report and orders. So it's taking 10 seconds to do the job for me. Okay, I've got the order here with these values. Also, I've got the report here, and then I'm going to serialize my data and then push the stuff to the reported orders and with this basically JSON value. So this is our value here, as you can see, and this is the order and the report. So it's already been submitted. So I'm trying to push it there. So seems it's working. So sometimes, just to basically give you a hint, sometimes the Kafka is not basically working properly. So sometimes you might need to restart your Kafka. Yes, as you can see, it's basically failed here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to stop application and stop the Kafka. Sometimes it's just stuck. You need to just restart the Kafka to basically to see the stream is start working. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna restart it again. Let's investigate it. These are basically the cool things which is normally happening for you, and it's not bad to face with them and see how we can sort them out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run the application again. To see if there is anything. Yes, as you can see, it's start working. Wow, exciting. So as you see, we have basically some submitted orders, which is already been done. Uh, for example, this validated one, if you're looking to the order ID B25, is belong to, so do we have any order which is I'm just looking for the right values for this, or yes, this one. So this is the submitted one, and then it has been validated here, and then where is the next one? Is basically payment failed here, and it will be stopped here. So as you can see, all these things are start basically building. So the order is submitted, and then some of them validated, some of them is out of stock, and then some of them has been failed in basically payment. So you can just track them by just checking the order ID and see how it goes. So let's see one of the dispatched one. So this is a dispatched. The dispatch is 000DE, and the top one is the means it has been processed, it has been validated, and it has been submitted. So as you can see, these four are the proper bright basically track of the order which has been passed across all the pipelines. So let's say this one is submitted and then it's out of stock. So it's stopped the life cycle here. This one has been submitted, validated, payment processed, and then dispatched, which is basically completed the life cycle. This one is submitted, but it was out of stock, and that's it. So as you can see, it's just basically the job. Every 10 seconds, we have got the process which is happening. So now what I'm gonna do, so at the moment we have got only one basically instance of all these microservices which is up and running at the moment. So this one is dispatch, this one is payment, this one is inventory, and this one is ordering. So what I'm gonna do to basically to see how it's acting, what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to stop the, let's say for example, for any reason the payment service is coming down. So let's see what's going on then. So at the moment the payment is, the process is working, order is start continue generating. So I'm gonna stop this one. I'm gonna stop this one. So to see if still the service.reporting is working. So what I'm gonna think is whenever basically any of the services are up and running, sorry, any of the orders are up and running. So um, once basically you stop one of the microservices in between, you have to make sure basically still the process is working for you. So there is no problem with basically generating all these things. Right. So as you can see, some of these basically processes which is order out of stock. So its life cycle is finished before the payment. But let's say this one which is submitted or validated after, for example, how long did it take? Like this one, this is the one, this one has been created on 9 basically p.m. and after 19 p.m. 19 seconds. After almost a minute, we didn't have any payment either failed or processed, which means our microservice in payment service is not working. There is no payment failed or processed, and there is no dispatch in place. So let's say I'm gonna remove the inventory as well. So in this case, we won't have anything other than submitted. See, just submitted. So if you still, you can see all just submitted. Either we have dispatch, but dispatch is idle because there is nothing into the queue. So if we're gonna go back to the architecture, as you can see, this service is shut down. This service has shut down, and there is no connection between dispatch and ordering service. So it just keep putting the stuff in submitted, but nothing has been subscribed, nothing has been subscribed, and then this queue there is no new messages in there, so that's why it's not displaying anything, it's not doing anything. So let's go and spin up the where is the mm, inventory service. So I'm gonna start this service and have a look what's going on into the reporting. So now it's up and running. And as you can see, it's a start doing the validation job for us. See? But still the payment is down. And as you can see, the payment is not doing anything. So now we spin up this basically piece of the puzzle. So the validated topic is a start or continue feeding, and also the reporting service for this inventory. But still, the payment is down and dispatch is not doing anything. So now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spin up the payment as well to see how it goes, and then go back to see how it goes. So see in here, we should see, awesome. So as you can see, it start consuming the messages which has been stuck into the queue, into the topic, and start processing them. Some of them are failed, some of them process, and now is we have got the dispatch because we had one process. Failed, failed, process, process, dispatch, dispatch. Submitted, validated, failed, submitted, out of stock, submitted, out of stock. And as you can see, we have got the service payment is placed. So this is one thing I wanted to show you. Now I'm going to run another test to basically to see if I spin up more processes for heavy loading microservices, what will be happen. So I stop the project. I'm gonna go in my payment. Let's think, okay, my payment process is taking 10 seconds and my ordering service is taking 1 second. So every 1 second we have got order. The others basically processes are happening quickly, but the payment is taking time to be done. So let's have a look to the ordering to see how it goes now. Right. Awesome. So as you can see, the submit out of stock, submit out of stock. Every seconds we have got the new message, new order, validated, submitted, validated. You can see that there is no payment check. There is no payment check. It takes 10 seconds to check the payment processed and then immediately dispatched. There is no payment process again. There is no payment process, no payment. After 10 seconds, another payment failed. Simple as that. So now you can see we have got basically one instance of each microservice, and we have got only one instance of the payment. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to speed up the payment microservice by spinning up one more uh, payment uh, microservice and see how the ordering is happening. So now is every 10 seconds. So now it should be basically fairly quicker. So do you see every, I think maybe 5 seconds, you should have one more payment process, which is helping the process. See, is much more quicker now. And so see, payment failed. If I stop it, this payment process has been done in 602. The next payment is 604, which is 2 seconds. But before that, it was every 2 seconds. So let me find out which one is the payment. Which one is the payment? Okay, so as you can see, I've got two payment microservices, two instances, which is doing the job for me. I'm going to uh, spin up another one, and this is the last one which I could basically spin up because it's not going to affect anything for us if I spin up more than that. So this is the third one. So now let's have a look to see. So you can see we have got three instances of payment, and this is the third one for us. Awesome. See, now the payment should be basically fairly quick. Payment failed, payment failed, payment failed. See, every almost seconds we would have a new basically message is performing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop this one and see how the payment is happening now. See, again, it's gone down. Okay, payment process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another one happening here. See, so by spinning up, you can basically get your process more performant and uh, manage your microservices by this one. So we had three partitions. With this one, all three partitions are going to be used by this instance. If you spin up more instances for your payment, it will going to spread, for example, those three partitions across these two microservices. If you have three, it will assign one each, one partition each microservices. And the good thing is you don't need to worry about assigning or reassigning your partition. As soon as you spin up, it will Kafka automatically assign one basically partition to that microservice. As soon as you scale it up and shut down one, it will take it off and give it or reassign it to another basically available consumer in your process. So this is the whole thing about and good thing about the Kafka management. So you don't need to worry about the scaling. You just spin up your microservice. Just bear basically in your mind, the count shouldn't be more than the number of partitions, because other than that, the consumer would be stay idle. That's it. So actually, this is the whole thing about the Kafka basically implementation. So if we want to recap what we have done so far, we basically in this video we have implemented the microservices as part of our architecture, and we implemented all these microservices, and then basically we configure all of them and then run the whole basically solution. And now, as you can see, basically we are seeing all the transactions which is happening across the pipeline, and as part of this reporting service. And we have checked how to, if we, for example, shut down one or two of the microservices in pipeline, within the pipeline, how the architecture it will be start working or continue working. As you've seen, once I shut down the microservice, the data hasn't been basically lost, and they just kept into the topic, which is the whole point of using the Kafka or any type of queues inside our microservices. And then as soon as you spin up your microservice again, it will start consuming the data from there. So nothing will be lost. It just guarantee that. And that's it. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel to support us and also get notification. And please, I do recommend you to watch the previous videos to make sure basically you have a basically good feeling and good coverage about what already been discussed in terms of the Kafka and the Kafka architectures. So thank you very much for watching this. Hope to see you in other videos. Thank you. Cheers.